Hi there, welcome friends. This is Kaushik Ranchod, immigration attorney, representing clients throughout the 50 states. Welcome to our weekly immigration show. Today you're going to want to stay tuned because we're talking about premium processing, the latest updates. We have some very exciting news for you. Also, there's some more clarification of what is happening. What is happening now? So because they didn't provide the details earlier, we have some more details, so you'll want to watch the video to the end to get the nitty-gritty, know what is happening now that it can affect your future. On March 30th, 2022, USCIS codified a final rule that basically affects premium processing, and that is what we're going to be talking about today. What is the latest? Well, on May 24th, 2022, USCIS announced that it will start accepting premium processing applications for multinational executives or managers where you're filing I-140, but this is for applications filed January 1st, 2021 or earlier. Then on July 1st, 2022, USCIS will start to accept premium processing applications for national interest waiver applications. However, this will be for applications that were received on or before June 1st, 2021. So one thing that's really important to note here is you can see that these premium processing applications are focusing on the employment-based categories. They do also affect some change of status applications, which we're going to go into further detail. However, what is a bit disappointing is that it doesn't affect waiver applications, it doesn't affect family-based applications. It's focusing initially these I-140s, but it's not focusing on family-based. I'm hoping that it's going to expand into that area, but that's not what is happening right now, and that's not what USCIS has indicated so far. Let's take a road down the history of premium processing so you can kind of get an idea of where this premium processing started off and compare that to where it is today. So you can do like a little compare, you can do a little contrasting. As of April 2022, INS introduced premium processing in 2001, and that allows certain filers to request a 15-day premium processing on their applications if they pay the premium processing fee. Then it was adjusted over the years from $1,000 to $1,225 and on up from there. You might be wondering, well, what kind of applications are available for premium processing? So certain types of I-129s, I-140s. One of the most common types of premium processing applications are for H-1Bs. So what we're seeing now is this is being expanded out to different types of I-140 filings that were not previously allowed to file premium processing. You might be wondering, well, what are the time frames now? And that's a really good question. You're thinking ahead if you're asking that question, because while for H-1Bs, for instance, premium processing is 15 days, this is a different time frame. Under the final rule, a 45-day premium processing time frame is going to be available for those requesting EB1 classification as a multinational executive or manager. So we'll call that and refer to that as EB1C, as well as those requesting EB2 immigrant classification as a member of a profession with advanced degrees or exceptional ability seeking the national interest waiver, also known as the EB2 NIW. A 30-day premium processing will also become available to certain I-539 change of status applications and I-765 work authorization applications. So 30 days, for instance, is much better than a work authorization application that is taking anywhere from 9.5 to 13 plus months, depending upon the category that you're filing for. So this will be a much better improvement. What is important to note is that this isn't gonna all happen at once. So the rain is not gonna all pour down at once. It's gonna happen in stages. It's a phased approach going for a few years. So it's not like tomorrow it's all of this is going to happen, which I am disappointed in that. It seems like the proposed timelines that they are providing do unnecessarily delay the process of getting this implemented. With the Form I-539, USCIS anticipates accepting premium processing requests for F1s, F2s, J1s, J2s in fiscal year 2022 And for E1s, E2s, E3s, L2s, H4s, O3s, P4s, and R2s in 2025. This is what I'm talking about, where it's disappointing to have this time frame pushed out all the way to 2025. That's like 2.5 years to implement. So with the government, everything is slow, and this is supposed to be premium processing, and then we're going to stretch it out 2.5 years to implement. DHS has indicated that it's going to prioritize premium processing for students applying for OPT in 2022, while others who require employment authorization may have to wait until 2025 so that USCIS has time to gather revenue to cover the costs. This doesn't make sense to me because premium processing, they're charging you a lot of money for premium processing, so that should cover the cost. So the good news is that OPT at least will occur fairly quickly, but 2025 for the other applications that were mentioned, that is too long in my opinion. I hope that that's going to change, but they have not indicated that as of yet. Now, what about exceptions to this? Because what happens if you get a request for evidence? You get a notice of intent to deny. This usually is a snafu in the whole premium processing process. The final rule clarifies that an issuance of a RFE, a notice of intent to deny, otherwise known as a NOID, interesting, funny name. You just know if you get annoyed that that's not good. So a notice of intent, as an aside, a notice of intent to deny is worse than a request for evidence. Upon receipt of the requested evidence, the time frame is going to start over, and USCIS is going to refund the premium processing fee, but they're going to continue processing the case, and if it doesn't adjudicate the petition within the time frame, that's when you'll get the refund. If USCIS issues a fraud or misrepresentation, sorry, no refund for you. How does this all come into play? Well, this is offering a much weighted relief for you if you fall within these categories. There are going to be some prerequisites. For instance, USCIS has indicated that premium processing will with Form I-907 will need to be a prerequisite. We'll be filing that electronically, so they're expanding the electronic filing for premium processing. Now, what is important to note is the rule is a little bit tricky because it doesn't in and of itself offer premium processing as a benefit. So this is an important distinction to be made here. What the rule does is it allows for you to request the benefit for premium processing. What it allows is for USCIS to communicate which benefit requests are eligible from premium processing, the date it becomes available and the date it ends, and any conditions that it could apply. What does that mean? USCIS still needs to announce the dates of when you can apply and what benefits you can apply for. Basically, USCIS still has a lot of power, discretion to set conditions for premium processing. They have a lot of broad discretion to determine if a form is going to qualify for premium processing, the specific dates, and the phasing in of premium processing. So that's why they can push it out to 2025. They can decide what forms are going to be allowed to have premium processing and when. Okay, well, the good news is premium processing is happening, and this is going to help a lot of you. The bad news is taking time to go get this implemented, and it's not for all types of cases. USCIS is acknowledging that there are delays. That's also another positive sign. We're hoping that this is going to continue to decreasing times with cases, which the Biden administration has announced is an issue, will continue and expand beyond this premium processing initiative. We love keeping you informed, so make sure you subscribe and get those notifications. And if you haven't already, smash that like button because it helps the algorithm so people like you can get this video. And I want to thank you for being amazing. By bettering yourself, you're bettering your family. By bettering your family, you're bettering our country. Thank you. Bye for now.